Clients often want to know what happens if they get behind on mortgage payments while they're in a Chapter 13. So you come in, you've made the decision to file a bankruptcy, you've decided and determined together that a Chapter 13 is going to be your best option. You've been in the Chapter 13 plan, paying both your ongoing mortgage payments and your Chapter 13 plan payments, and then something comes up. For some reason, you get behind on the mortgage payments that have become due after filing. What happens now? First, sometimes the attorney for the mortgage company will send notice to our office or to you directly if you're not being represented by an attorney, letting you know that you are delinquent on your post-petition payments. Post-petition payments are any payments due, again, they became due after filing of the bankruptcy. They will kind of give you a warning, letting you know you're behind, you need to become current. However, that warning step is not required and does not always happen. The next step, or sometimes usually most often the first step, is that a motion for relief is filed with the court on behalf of the creditor, either by the creditor directly or their attorney's office. What the motion for relief is basically saying to the court that you have become delinquent on your post-petition mortgage payments and they want to be relieved from the automatic stay of the bankruptcy. If that is granted, what that would allow them to do is to continue with foreclosure on your home. What are your options at this point when you get this motion for relief? There are several things you can do. One, you can become current on the post-petition payments. Two, you may be able to enter into a stipulation agreement. A stipulation agreement would take those late payments and put them into a repayment plan over 6 months. They usually do require some sort of down payment, and they do not always allow the stipulation depending on how far you are behind. With the stipulation, the one thing you want to keep in mind is not only will you now have your Chapter 13 plan payments, your ongoing mortgage payments, but now for the next 6 months you're also going to have a stipulation payment. So sometimes that is beyond people's budgets and are not able to do that. The last option is to surrender the home. If you've gotten to the point where you realize you cannot afford the home, you can surrender at that point. The motion for relief would be granted if you decide to go with that option, and you would, want to start kind of moving things out of your house because they will be able to start with the foreclosure process. When the motion for relief is filed, it's set for a hearing date. A response is due 7 days before that date, basically stating your intentions. If that response is not filed, it's granted automatically. The decision to file bankruptcy and the decisions related to motions for relief are important ones and should not be made based on this article. You do want to contact an attorney before making any decisions.